So I was actually just outside with Barker, and he asked me a little bit nervously to keep his speech completely smut-free. So if I find any crude innuendos as I'm reading through, I'll be sure to read that immediately for you. So for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Dave, and Adam or Barker, as I've always called him, have been best friends for the past 20 years. And it's safe to say that we both had much lower hairlines back then. I think we probably lost an inch on the way here as well.
I think you might just be winning that.
I'm not sure. You're 2 years younger as well. So and Barker and myself have been through a lot in that time, I think it's fair to say. Nights out, days out, parties, girlfriends, breakups, and one pretty major car crash. Where we nearly died. He for rescued us from the April Strait. The Audis and the police were there. But standing here today, I think it's only fair to take you back a little bit over those last 20 years and give you an insight into some of the things that we used to get up to. Instructed. The very first memory that came into my head when I was putting this speech together was, it's actually embarrassing for me as well as it is for Barker, but it was the nights out, either in pubs and clubs or house parties, where it was actually just me and Barker and our other friends. We came up with this place called Girls. You know what I'm talking about. I'm a couple of years older than Barker, obviously much bigger than him as well, always have been, probably always will be, unfortunately. So, we pretended he was a famous rugby player, and I was his bodyguard. I was his bodyguard, and it was actually pretty surprisingly successful. Probably more for Barker than it was for me. Much more handsome. And luckily this was way before the days that you get Google on a smartphone to prove that he wasn't actually. But actually what you probably wouldn't know by looking at him now, you were actually a really, really good football player.
He was.
All the way up until he started smoking 40 Lambert and Button. When he was age 13. And the Barker household, and this is thanks to Andrew Keith a lot as well, but it was like a partying house throughout our teens. And you know, like all of our friends would gather there on a Friday night and we'd stay there until a Sunday night pretty much. And it's safe to say we'd eat, sleep, and most importantly drink our weekends away. But on occasions where just drinking to excess just didn't cut it, we try and find other ways to keep ourselves amused. So there was a time that we bought a full roll of bubble wrap, and we wrapped Barker in this roll of bubble wrap into like his ball, and we rolled him around the coast where we lived. It sounds horrible, but it was funny at the time. Once we finished rolling him around, we'd stick him in the garage. We did it once. Put a bucket on his head and left him for about half an hour. Returned to him, and he was almost passed out. Covered in sweat. But rather than getting rat at that point, we decided it would be much funnier to actually tip you over the wall into next door garden. Which, luckily, you found hilarious for most of it. And I'm not sure how we found this next thing out, but if you hit a lamppost with enough force, it sort of invokes a safety feature that means it goes out for about 2 minutes. And there was a street not far from where Barker lived called the Croft, real deep line, about 200 metres long, and about 25 street lights. And we made it our challenge to get from the top to the bottom and get every street light out without the top one going back on. And eventually we made it. But the excitement was very short-lived, as it meant that we then had to find something else to keep ourselves amused. And the final insight into Barker's past I'll lead into just quickly was when one of our other friends, Martin, who's already got mentioned today, managed to get hold of a SIM card where the numbers couldn't be traced. And us, well, being us, decided it would be hilarious to prank local businesses, specifically takeaways, taxis and plumbers. So you can picture the scene, 8 taxis all from different firms, and then turning up to a house opposite Barker's with 6 15-year-old lads sniggering. But I could genuinely spend hours telling you some of the stories of the things we used to get to, but they say a picture tells 1,000 words. So to save some time, I've got some that I think I'll show you. So if everyone can make sure they can see the screen, each one of these pictures will hopefully give you a little bit of an insight into Barker's personality. So first of all, he's always been a bit of a ladies' man. Can everyone see that? There you are as well, wearing a bra. I don't know if you can see that very well with a couple of blokes. He's always been extremely mature. There he is with a condom on his head. Not quite happy. He's always had an impeccable dress sense. That was our first lads holiday. There you are on the stag do. There you are again. I don't think everyone can see Patty's face on those shorts. His famous Newcastle shorts. Oh, look at you. You see that there? Yeah. He's always been able to handle his drink extremely well. That's throwing up at 5 o'clock when you stag do. Actually, you're in bed at 7 o'clock when you stag do. You're good. Brilliant. He's always been extremely sympathetic. If we can just keep an eye on this girl here, just momentarily, right? She's had a bit of a disaster. She's coming out. Yeah, she's gone. Look at Barker's face. Look at that smile. And as we probably all know, Barker loves his food. Honestly, vomit. Don't come near me, I'm not sharing. Ignore someone. And I've often had this kind of thought that our sort of close group of friends share some similarities between the in-betweeners. And I think that Barker shares a lot of similarities with a couple of the characters at least. So he shares some similarities with Neil, definitely. There he is. But I think you'll also agree he shares some similarities with Simon. Now, we probably married us time, I was going to see what possibly even kind of living. And on the in-betweeners thing, this video that I'm about to show you was filmed in November 2008. Okay, so make sure you've got a good view of this. I probably need to make sure it's turned up. I haven't done that, but I'm sure it is. Sick moves, I think. And as I say, that was filmed, and the proof is on YouTube. Just Google Adam Barker dances you get. It's got about 250 views. You're not very good. Filmed in November 2008. 3 full years between before they recreated it in the in-betweeners. There's just one more photo that I couldn't really fit in any of those categories, but I thought we'd just leave it on for the rest of the speech. We'll leave that there.
We got that in the villa.
So getting on to the important bit about where Barker met Hattie, and I do remember the day very clearly where he'd started a new job and he immediately told me that he'd met the one. They'd bonded over conversation about computer games, comics, and airsofting. And I know Barker's already briefly touched on what airsofting is, but for those of you completely unsure, it's a bit like paintballing, but using PBs to shoot each other instead. And from what I can work out about it, it's a bit like how Barker found his own stag do. It starts off with a few shots, but before you know it, you're yelling on the floor, fail. And when he told me all their shared interests, I knew that he was already spitting. And Barker knew that attractive girls who liked computer games, comics and airsoft don't come along every day. And he eventually managed to get the girl of his dreams. And anybody who spent 5 minutes in Hattie and Barker's company can see that they're meant to be together. And when I found out they were engaged to be married, I was overjoyed for them both. I'm not going to cry again today. And as we know, getting to today hasn't been the easiest of journeys. We all know we should have been celebrating a year ago tomorrow, I think it was. But I, for one, am actually particularly glad that it was pushed back, as I only got round to writing the speech on Wednesday. But here we are, and I'm sure you'll agree it was worth the wait. Hattie, you look absolutely stunning. That's what I've been here, but that doesn't even do justice. You look amazing. As all the bridesmaids, and as Barker already had touched on, leading in Arlo did a fantastic job as well today. And Hattie, you put a lot of effort in today, and it's been incredible so far. I'm sure it's just going to be better as the day goes on. And to prove how in sync Hattie and Barker are, I want to play a little game of Spirited Test. So, if you can either just put yourself back to back, or maybe in front, then we're going to play a little game of Mr. and Mrs. I'm sure you've all seen how this works before, but I'm going to give each of you 2 paddles, one with Mr, one with Mrs. Can you pass it to your wife? No, both. No expense spared, kebab sticks, one with the other. Okay, so let's see how many they get right. I'm going to be confident that you're going to get 10 out of 10. So, honest answer. Who's the grumpiest? You can't change your mind. Who changed? I can't read. I'm probably quite safe with these questions, really, isn't it? Who's the better driver? So far.
That was pretty good.
0 for 2, which is making me look stupid. Who swears more? I know the answer to this already. Who gets their way the most? Okay.
Good start.
Who made the first move? Don't. Who's had the most partners? Oh. I love you first? And finally, who says I love you most? Go. Right, now that's over. Turn and face each other. Turn and face. Turn and look into each other's eyes. Okay. So you're now looking into the eyes of the person who is statistically most likely to love you. I'm sure it won't happen, but if it does, but ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding. Long life together, filled with happiness, adventure, and lots of